Hello everyone. I have created this video tutorial to explain how to schedule a meeting. Prior to this, you have practiced how to join a meeting without logging in. Then you learn how to start meeting without scheduling it. And today I will explain how we can schedule a meeting, what's the difference between scheduling and without scheduling it. Then I will explain how we can share our screen with our students and ask our students to share their screen, and then we will end the meeting. For that, we need to start by launching Zoom application first. My Google account. This is my home screen. You all very much aware of these four buttons. First, we use this button to join a meeting without logging in. And then we learn how to create new meeting without scheduling it. And today I will explain this scheduling option. Let's click it. One small window will appear. The heading over here, we can see schedule meeting. We can change the title or topic of this meeting and rename it like grade 1 science and living things. This is my topic. I want this class on Monday or Tuesday, let's say Tuesday, 12th May, around 12 is fine, or I'll click minutes, I'll increase minutes over here, 12:15, and I'll click AM, it's AM, okay. And logically right now we can choose hours from here, but Zoom is not letting us go beyond 40 minutes, so 30 minutes is fine. 0 hours 30 minutes. This option, recurring meeting, means that you're going to have this meeting every day. For example, grade 1 science students will have this class every day from Monday to Friday. So I will check recurring meeting. If when I check this, I don't need to send meeting request again and again, meeting ID again and again, and password. Zoom will take care of this when I check this. If it's on every day 12:12 or 12:15, 30 minutes class, science class. Right now I'm not checking this because I want this control at my side. I'll choose myself. I can adjust my time as per availability. Second option over here is meeting ID. You have to choose between generate automatically or personal meeting ID. The difference is personal meeting ID is my personal permanent ID. This is not going to change if I check this. Meeting ID, if I check generate automatically, Zoom will generate every time a new meeting ID if I choose this. So I prefer my personal meeting ID, and I want my students to get familiar with this number, or maybe they remember it. Over here, the password option is given. You can change this password by any number, 1 2 3 or 7 8 6. Make it easier for students to remember and they reach your class easily. Now after that, video option. Do you want your participants to join you with video or without video, or you want to join the class with video or without video? If you opt for these two options, off, this will help deal with the speed and bandwidth problem. Later on, you can turn on your video and you can ask any student to turn on camera so you can see things. Okay, next is calendar. I would recommend all my participants to create their account, email account on Google, so Zoom can sync and connect with the Google Calendar and record all the meeting details in your Google Calendar, and you can see details over there. Over here, advanced option, by default, the first option is enabled. Enable waiting room. If you check this option, this will help participants to be taken to waiting room while you are busy in preparing things, and still you have 2 or 3 minutes to go live. This option is better if you check. After that, enable join before host. Logically, I will not recommend you to check this, but if you want your students to mingle and see each other with a video on, and just give them 5 minutes to chit chat, and then when you enter, you can ask students to turn off their videos and audios so you can start your lesson. The third option is mute participants on entry. This option is also desirable because if when you enter a room and the room is so noisy, you will not like it. It's better if you mute when you enter the room. And the last one is automatically record meeting on the local computer. If you want this lesson to be recorded, maybe if your students are absent, they can check, they can go back, and you can post this recording at your Google Classroom afterwards, so the students who are absent, they can see what happened in the class, and they can check, go back and check all the time. So this is all about scheduling. By the time I click this button, everything will be permanently sent to my meeting details. I click this and it's in progress. Now to check details of this new meeting I've recently added, I can see this new meeting details over here, and I can click my details over here, meeting ID, password. This I can send it to my WhatsApp broadcast group to my students,